On May 21st, 2025, this encounter was uploaded by the channel Eleanor Grace Adventures, run by solo traveler and content creator Eleanor Grace. She documents her quiet, peaceful explorations across the UK and usually finds beauty in remote places. But in this video, what begins as a calm, wild swim in a hidden Dartmoor quarry quickly turns into something far more unsettling.
App for somewhere really nice on Dartmoor. I also wanted to check out the area I'm in for the possibility of doing a wild camp on a tour somewhere, because I've never actually done one like properly before in the actual wild at Dartmoor. Yeah, Dartmoor would. Good evening, everyone. You're joining me on the way. Well, we already are on Dartmoor, but we're heading somewhere that I've never been to before, but I really wanted to check out this evening. I was really looking forward to a sunny evening with a potential sunset, and it's just gone incredibly grey. Perfect timing.
And that is how this happened.
We're off. Got my coffee. Where's my mic? Hang on. Okay. Shall I hold this? Shall I put this? Who knows? Beautiful grey evening in the middle of Dartmoor. I wanted to do an evening hike, and I was looking on my All Trails app for somewhere really nice on Dartmoor. I also wanted to check out the area I'm in for the possibility of doing a wild camp on a tour somewhere, because I've never actually done one like properly before in the actual wild at Dartmoor. Yeah, Dartmoor would be very interesting to say the least. Whilst I was checking out my All Trails app, I came across this place, and it's an old mining quarry, which is literally, now I'm not too sure if it's this one or there. Beautiful hike with old buildings and stuff like that. Getting a bit boggy, but worth it. She could have just avoided it, but no, she goes right through it. People have said that it's a very unusual and cool looking place to go for a wild swim. You know me, right? If there's a very weird or cool or beautiful place for me to take a dip, I'm gonna do it. I've brought the stuff with me in my backpack to do that. It is meant to start raining at some point this evening, so to be honest, if it does, even better. Oh, this is a very cute little stream. This is lovely.
It starts as a simple evening hike through Dartmoor National Park. Eleanor hopes to find an abandoned quarry she discovered on the All Trails app. She's been thinking about wild camping in the area, so this trip is meant to be a scouting mission and a refreshing swim in a spot others online described as strange but beautiful. The evening is gray and overcast. The land is quiet and still, surrounded only by sheep and rough terrain. After navigating deep bogs and marshy paths, Eleanor finally stumbles across the quarry.
Oh, you have... You have got to be kidding me. What a hidden gem. Oh, bless him. Right, I'm just going to stand still and let him run. It's quite eerie, actually. Yeah, I don't... Hello? 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 Yeah, I don't think that there is anyone else here, apart from the sheep.
Look.
I really do want to get in there.
I'm gonna go for it.
It's worth it.
Forget something starts sucking on my leg. As gross as that sounds. How cold are we talking? It's not too bad. Gonna get over there. It's a little bit cold. It's not too bad though. There are a lot of tadpoles and everything around me, and like little lizardy type things. I haven't seen any leeches yet. We're being joined by sheep. I'm gonna have to move my bags just in case they try and eat it.
At first, the place feels almost magical. Still water sits between jagged rocks and overgrown plants, like something straight out of Tomb Raider. Despite the silence, she decides to go for a swim. She changes behind the rocks and slowly steps into the cold water. But before long, something starts to feel off.
Oh God. The rocks are quite high and jagged. It's not overly deep. So you've got to be careful where you're putting your legs, really, or kicking your legs to swim. Oh, it's just so nice though. Loads and loads of like planes and military helicopters and stuff above me. There's a really, really weird noise coming from up there. I don't know if someone's wild camping and pumping up something, because that's what I can hear. It sounds like that. Either that or it's extremely loud, heavy panting. God, I hope it's someone wild camping. Anyway, Dartmoor is like a military training base. They do a lot of training around here, basically. So I had to check the times for when they were doing that. There's various areas on Dartmoor where you can wild camp, and this falls under one of the legal areas you can do it. Yeah, it was coming from up there. It is pretty eerie when you're on your own. Oh my God. Oh God. I can still stand up.
While swimming, she begins to hear strange sounds coming from the ridgeline above her. The noise is rhythmic and mechanical, like something being pumped or dragged. At first, she assumes it might be another wild camper nearby setting up camp. But the sound doesn't stop. It repeats at odd intervals, always distant, but close enough to hear clearly. It almost sounds like heavy breathing or a machine. Either way, it doesn't belong in a place this remote. She tries to push through the discomfort. Lizards dart through the brush nearby. There's still no sign of anyone else, which somehow makes the place feel even more unsettling. She jokes on camera about someone watching her from the woods, a typical YouTube joke, until she starts getting dressed behind a rock and realizes the sound is still there. And now, it's louder. As darkness begins to fall, she struggles to find her way out. The marshy land that was easy to cross earlier now feels like a trap. Deep bogs reach up to her thighs. Thick reeds hide the stream she crossed on the way in. She starts second-guessing every step. The rocks are slick. Her boots are soaked. For a few tense moments, she's genuinely lost, trying to retrace a path she hadn't paid much attention to earlier. Eventually, she makes it back to her car, parked along a forested road at the edge of Dartmoor. The video later cuts to her sitting safely in her dad's driveway that night. But even at home, she can't shake the feeling she had at the quarry. The next morning, she speaks openly about the experience. She says the place wasn't just eerie, it felt oppressive. She describes feeling watched the entire time, as if something unseen was tracking her from behind the rocks, the ruins, or even beyond the waterline. She compares the feeling to another location she swore she'd never return to, a place called Kennel Vale, known for mining deaths and a dark reputation. Both locations were abandoned mining sites. Both were lifeless, crumbling, and silent. And both, she says, gave her the exact same feeling. Dread. Not like a haunted house or a staged ghost hunt, but something heavier. A feeling of being surrounded by eyes, even though no one is there. Fortunately, she got out as soon as she could. Because in situations like this, one rule always matters most. Listen to your gut. September 13th, 2021 was a day travel vlogger Sarah would never forget. A day when her peaceful van life journey turned into a nightmare. Sarah had come to Asheville, North Carolina, drawn by the city's creative energy. She planned to use the stop to visit a local gym and catch up on work projects. The first few days were great, She browsed small shops, tried local food, and soaked in Asheville's lively atmosphere.
And the first day was great. I walked around town for a bit, enjoying the creative energy it was putting out. It has a good selection of restaurants, fun shops, and interesting people about. So the first night in the city, I decided to spend the night at a Cracker Barrel, and if you're familiar with these restaurants, then you'll know that they're similar to Walmart in that they allow you to spend the night if you're passing through, and sometimes they even have designated parking spots for larger rigs. So I ended up spending the night here. There were some other RVs around, and I had a very peaceful sleep. After that, I decided to stick around the city for one more day and explore a little more.
For sleeping, Sarah chose a Cracker Barrel parking lot, a common stop for travelers looking for safe overnight parking. Her first night went smoothly. Other RVs were nearby, and she felt secure. But her second night was different. She parked at a different Cracker Barrel, one that seemed much quieter. And as night fell and the restaurant closed, the lot emptied until she was completely alone.
Until I found myself alone in the middle of making dinner. I was totally in my own world when I heard an alarming knock.
Know her. Please leave me be.
While cooking dinner inside her van, her quiet evening was shattered by loud, angry knocking on her door. At first, Sarah tried to hide, turning off the lights and staying silent, hoping the person outside would move on, but he didn't. The stranger kept pounding on different parts of the van, the banging growing louder and more aggressive. The man, clearly under the influence, began ranting about a woman who had broken his heart and insisted she was hiding inside Sarah's van. Even when Sarah calmly explained she was just passing through, he circled her vehicle like a hunter, peering through windows and demanding she prove she wasn't hiding his ex-girlfriend. His unpredictable behavior left Sarah frozen in fear, feeling completely cornered. With her heart racing, Sarah chose to escape rather than fight. She had pepper spray and other protection nearby, but confronting him felt too risky. Working quickly but carefully, she disconnected her cooking setup, climbed into the driver's seat, and drove away, putting a short distance between them before stopping to secure her gear. Then she drove another 10 miles, determined to create real space between herself and the man. After finding a safer spot with other RVs around, Sarah called the police to report the incident and described the man. The encounter shook her deeply. Her appetite vanished, her hands trembled, and even after reaching safety, tension clung to her like a shadow.
Okay, so I'm safe right now, but I just had my first knock on the door. That was not the cops. Being alone, I was in the middle of cooking dinner, so I had my cooktop out, propane hose attached and everything, and then he's just bangs on my side door right here. I first turn off all the lights, turn all the sounds off so I can hear what's going on in case it is the cops and I need to talk to them. It wasn't, and then he banged on this door right here, the double doors, and that's when I got really nervous. He was complaining about a girl that worked at the Cracker Barrel and, broke her heart and thought that she was in my van and was telling me to come out and prove that I wasn't her. And I was just proceeding to tell him, please leave me be. I am not who you think I am. I'm just an innocent traveler just passing through. And he says that he's seen my van there many times, which is definitely false. I'm This is my second night here staying in Asheville, and I'm definitely not sheltered from seeing the effects of what drugs do to people. It's hard talking to people that are inebriated. Really hard to get through to someone that is on drugs and they're just not there. They're just fully engulfed with a dark spirit of some sort that is not allowing them to see clearly, and I feel for them.
For hours afterward, Sarah struggled to process what had happened. Her body buzzed with leftover adrenaline, making sleep impossible. When morning finally came, she felt a wave of relief wash over her. She had unknowingly driven straight into the Blue Ridge Mountains, where birdsong and misty mountain views helped her calm down as the day began. Despite the terrifying experience, Sarah continued her van life journey. She kept traveling, refusing to let fear dictate where she could go or who she could become. But it's hard not to wonder, what would have happened if Sarah had opened that door that night? This video comes from the channel Generic Chris. On July 26, 2025, Chris headed into the German woods for his first solo overnight camp. His plan was simple: build a tarp shelter, cook outdoors, and spend the night alone in the forest. What started as a personal challenge quickly turned into a night of unsettling moments.
So I brought a tarp because it will rain today. I don't know if I have enough space, and I don't know if I have enough time to set up a completely new camp, but we're going to see.
Alright, so that side is easy. You just put it through here.
I don't have internet here, so at least I took like screenshots of all the stuff, like the knots and everything.
I'm really proud of that one though. I have done a trucker's hitch and another hitch, whatever. You hear that? It's really good under tension. Very nice.
So you shouldn't just throw your stuff on the ground, because it will get caught up.
Alright, both sides are secured.
So my biggest fear in this trip just came real, man. There were people there. I mean, I'm just chilling, like in the hammock, and there's people walking their dog. Yeah, gotta say, life in the woods, pretty chill. Alright, let's see if I can actually lay down here, and if I could sleep. Oh yeah, bro, that is almost too comfortable. It's been raining all day, it will rain in the night, but I feel very good about my shelter.
After setting up camp, Chris relaxed in his hammock. That's when he noticed people walking nearby with their dog. The moment shattered the sense of isolation and reminded him just how exposed and vulnerable his setup really was. Not long after, as he tried to settle in, the forest filled with strange sounds. He told himself they were natural, but the uneasiness didn't go away. The reality of how creepy the night could become slowly set in.
I don't know what I expected, but it's really quiet. You can just sit here, just do nothing. Nice.
I just wanted to check how obvious it is from further back, and it's pretty damn fucking obvious. Well, swinging like this is actually kind of relaxing.
As darkness took over, Chris reflected on his fear. Even at 32 years old, he admitted the forest at night still made him uncomfortable. Rationally, he knew the biggest danger might be wild boars, but the fear of what he couldn't see felt far worse.
And there's just so many fucking weird noises. Yeah. Let's see if I really sleep here the whole night. It's going to be fucking creepy, man. Yeah, it's very creepy, I'll say that. It's fucking creepy here. Yeah, I don't know if you have noticed, but I'm not an outdoors guy, so this is all pretty new to me. Never done this before. Mosquitoes are coming out, but yeah, I got the mosquito net, I guess, for that. Gonna use it if I have to. I'd rather sleep without the net, honestly, because this forest fucking creeps me out.
Okay, so this is the final setup from the inside. Well, not final, but I've put this side down too, so it's like an A shape.
Just past 8, but it's already getting cold. I got this thing here, and in the car I got the sleeping bag, but I'd rather not go and get the sleeping bag, honestly. So then I gotta find my way to the car and back here. And as I said, not the most outdoors person. I don't know what I expected. Like, there's nothing much to do here. There, those were the noises. Just then. Oh man, there's like I'm in the middle of Germany, so there's like nothing here that could actually harm me except like wild boars. But weird how that goes. I'm 32 years old and still I'm afraid of like being in the forest when it gets dark.
Then the atmosphere shifted again. Chris noticed a distinct smell nearby, clearly human, not unpleasant, and definitely not his own. That realization hit hard. Someone else was close.
I am on a quick mission to find my car, because I do need to get this sleeping bag. Well, that's so fucking cold if I don't. But I need to hurry, because the sun is already gone, so it will get quite dark really quick. Bro, I would have never found this in the dark. And I wanted to cook. But a creepy thing. I just smelled someone. That sounds weird. But you know how some people, it's not like bad smell, like just body odor or like their smell. And it didn't smell like me. Oh. It is getting creepy again. Fucking weird.
Later, while walking back from his car with extra gear, the feeling returned. He was convinced someone was nearby, hidden among the trees. The lingering scent only reinforced the idea that he wasn't truly alone. Still shaken, Chris pushed through. He cooked a simple meal, sealed his tarp against the night, and waited it out until morning. By daylight, he made it safely back to his car, admitting he would have been lost without GPS. The night left him with a sobering realization. Sometimes, the scariest part of the wilderness isn't the weather or the wildlife. It's the possibility that someone else is out there with you. Some people chase these moments firsthand. Others experience them safely through a screen. So, which one are you, the explorer or the observer?